Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off with this washboard that I got at a thrift store. It's not an original vintage or anything. It looks like it used to have some things stuck up at the top, but those got ripped off, and I only got it for $1, so I can't complain. So the first thing I'm going to do is paint black all around all of the edges. I'm going to leave that center part with just the wood, and I'm just going to paint all of the edges and this very bottom part here. Once I had that all painted, I am going to paint the inside with this color called Almondine. And I'm just going to paint this whole middle right up to meet the black at the top and the bottom and on the sides. Getting inside all of those little grooves. And this part was kind of tedious, but it turns out so great, so it was definitely worth it. Make sure that I go very gently along the edges so that I don't get any on that black paint. And kind of getting into those little grooves is kind of a pain. But I'm going to get this all painted, and I ended up doing 2 coats of the black and 2 coats of this color. So once I had it all painted, I am going to take these pouncers from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to dip them in some black paint, and we are going to paint a snowman face right on this washboard. So I'm going to do the bigger pouncer. I'm going to do 2 dots for the eyes. Then I'm going to take a colored pencil, or you could use a regular pencil. This is just what I had. I'm going to draw out a nose. So I'm just going to kind of make the outline of it so I know where to paint. Once I have that on and I know where my nose is going to be, I'm going to take a smaller pouncer and do 5 dots for his mouth. And cute already, right? Now I'm going to take the orange paint. The color is burnt orange, and it's by Decor, and I'm going to paint the nose. And I'm just going to kind of go as slow as possible, and I'm only doing, as you can tell, the top of the slats. I don't want to fill in the in-betweens. So I'm just going over the top, so I'm going very carefully to make sure that I don't get any on the inside. And there it is, all finished. I did 2 coats on that as well. Then I elongated the eyes, so I just kind of added points to the dots that I already made. Then I'm going to add 2 white dots on either side for the eyes. Then I'm going to take a thin liner brush, and I'm going to line the edges of his eyes. So I'm just going to kind of put a line on each one of the little slats. Kind of give it some definition. Once I had that all painted, I'm going to take this printable label that I made that says Frosty's Washing Soap, Pure White Powdered Flakes, and I'm going to attach that to the top using some Mod Podge. And this is also free on my blog. I will post a link in the comment section so that you can get yours. It is sized for my project, but if you play with the settings on your printer, you can get it to size bigger for your own projects. So I'm just going to add that right at the top. Just make sure it's really stuck well. And how super cute is that? I absolutely love it. Next, I'm going to take my micro sander, and I am going to sand off all of the edges, and I'm also going to sand right over the snowman's face. So I'm just going to go around the whole project, sanding off all of the edges, letting some of that brown come back through. Even sanded on along the dowel and all along the bottoms and all the corners. Once I have it all sanded down, I am going to take some of my antique wax, and I watered it down with some water, and I'm going to go around the edge of the snowman's face and along the edges of all of that white part, kind of getting where the edge of the printable is, and just kind of going around the whole thing. And then I'm going to take a bigger brush, and I am going to go through and I am going to stain the whole center. And I'm just, again, using the antique wax that I always use, and I just watered it down with a lot of water just so that it doesn't come out so dark. And I'm just using a paintbrush, and I'm just kind of painting it on, getting inside those grooves, getting the top of it, giving this a real rustic look. And I'm also going to go right over the label with it too. And I'm just going over, making sure that I get it the darkness that I want. Getting in those grooves, and look how cute this is. Oh my God, I love it. And then again, like I said, going right over the label, giving that an aged look. And this, like I said, is just watered down antique wax. You could water down some burnt umber paint or another brown that you like, and it will work the same way. So once I have that all stained the way I wanted it, and it's all dry, I'm going to take this piece of homespun. I'm going to wrap it around the bottom half here. And then I am going to take this rusty snowflake that I had that I got at a thrift store. I found a thrift store that had a ton of this rusty tin stuff, so I grabbed all of it because, I mean, why not? I'm going to tie that on. I'm going to kind of pull that over to the side and cut off the excess. I want to make sure that that snowflake is being able to be seen. Pull it down, kind of arrange how I want it. And look how adorable this is. I just think he is so, so cute. So once I had it all done, I decided to add a little bit of greenery to it. So I'm just going to take this little bunch of greenery, and all I did was just take a few Christmas picks and I wrapped them together with a piece of twine. Then I'm going to hot glue that right down into the bottom here. And then I'm just going to pull one of these homespun strips right down over it so that you can't see the twine, and just kind of pull that down right there, and then it kind of hides that. And I thought the snowballs were perfect for the whole project and the saying at the top, and I think this just turned out so absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this inspires you to make one. I hope this inspires you to look at things at a thrift store differently. I hope you enjoy your printable, and thank you very much. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.